Hello, this is Jeff from Stevie41 Gaming, and I'm going to show you how to mod your PSP so you can play N64 games, Super NES games, PS1 games if you have the big enough memory stick, because you'll only be able to hold one. So I'm going to show you how to mod your PSP. So first things first, there's like 4 or 5 different PSP models. This video is specifically covering the old models, the 1000 and the 2000, because they are exactly the same in how you mod this. So the 3 and the Go are just kind of different enough that I don't want to specifically cover them because I will be guessing I don't own a 3 or a Go. So I don't want to give anyone any wrong information. I don't want anybody to brick their PSP because I told them to do something wrong. So basically, first things first, figure out if you have the 1 or the 2. You open up the back of the PSP, there's a battery slot. There's like a little slot you push and pull the top part. You'll see the battery, and make sure obviously your PSP is off when you do this. Don't be an idiot. Pull the battery and you'll see the serial number, you'll see the Sony logo, and you'll see a model number. If it's the 1 or the 2, you're good to go with this video. If it's the 3 or the Go, I recommend you look somewhere else. So if you have the 1000 or the 2000, you're good to go. Let's move on. Make sure you update your PSP. It's pretty easy. Just go freaking update it from the PSP menu, or you can download it from the Sony website. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So next, you want to download this software, this Pro C F3 software, 6.61. 6.61 is the most recent PSP update. Make sure your PSP is on that update, otherwise bad things may happen. So you go here. It's a MediaFire link. It's not a virus. I've already used this. It's good to go. So I'll have a link to this in the description as well. So you download this. It's a zip file. Make sure you open it. Extract it. I have it extracted to my desktop. OBS is being a bitch. And we got the files right here. You get these 2 files, PSP and SE plugins. You open up PSP is the one you want. And you see this game file in here. And then you get Pro Update and Fast Recovery. So now you need to connect your PSP to your computer. Use a micro USB cable. I'm using a PS3 controller cable. It works perfectly fine. Just plug it into your computer, plug it into the top of the PSP, and run it in USB connection mode. I believe it's under System Settings. And it'll see USB mode. It'll pop up on your computer. It's down here for me in the H drive because I've got a whole bunch of different drives. There'll probably be a different one for you. But you see here we got PSP, game, and this is where you're going to want to put these 2 files. Well, just 1 file. You go PSP, game, these 2 files, Pro Update and Fast Recovery. You just copy these, go to your PSP game thing, and then you paste them. That's all you have to do. I've already got them, so I'm not going to paste them. So you do that, and then on your PSP, you just back out. I have my PSP up right here, so just go over, go to Game, Memory Stick, and then you've got Pro Fast Recovery and Pro Update. All you have to do is run Pro Update. But after you run Pro Update, you'll see, or PSP will reset, and you'll get to a black screen. It'll run up a bunch of different options, and all you have to do is hit X once. It'll run through like okay, and then you might have to hit X one more time, or it'll just reset by itself back to your PSP, and everything will look exactly the same basically. But now you can run like emulators and different crap on your PSP. So the emulators I've got are, let me get back to my PSP here. One is Daedalus X64. This is an N64 emulator, so you can run like Super Mario and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. One thing with N64 games though, you're going to probably have to run a stripped down version without audio emulation because the PSP is apparently barely more powerful than the N64. So if you emulate audio for some reason, I've been getting like a ton of frame drops and it sounds like crap, so I've been running it without audio emulation. So basically, if you get a ROM, you like open this up, and basically you see ROMs, and then we got Super Mario 64. So basically, if you get an emulator, make sure you search for a PSP emulator. Otherwise, if you download a computer one, I think it might screw up. Make sure you get a PSP emulator, not a full-on PC one, because you need this eBoot file. This is all these PRXs, PBPs. I believe you need all of these to make sure everything works all right. But if it's got the eboot.pbp, you're probably going to be good. So one I just downloaded was the Super NES 9X Euphoria emulator. Make sure, all I did was Google Super NES PSP emulator. Got this, extracted it right here. We got these different files. We got the eboot.pbp, so we know we're good. PRX files, so we're good. You just download a ROM, put it into the ROM folder. Obviously, I don't endorse doing this for games you don't own. I only do this for games I have physical copies of, because a lot less legal if you don't do that. So, obviously, I just bring this to people's attention. Whatever you do with it is on you. I don't endorse piracy and whatnot. So, don't be an idiot. So, that's basically all there is to it. You do all that. You just back out. Go back over to your game menu. Memory stick. You should see your emulator if you have a proper emulator. Otherwise, you might just see corrupted file if you have a emulator that doesn't have all that eboot.pbp and PRX files and all that. But you just fire up the emulator, and then it's pretty much self-explanatory from there. I think it's pretty easy to figure out from there. So that's all there is to it. It's how to mod a PSP. It's not all that difficult, but thanks for watching.